How do you get to the point of not giving a fuck anymore?
Never. You just get better at picking out what deserves your fuck.
This though. I still give a lot of fucks about a lot of things. I just don't waste them on things that have proven to be a waste of my time. As you get older, you have less and less fucks to give. You even get less back from others, hence why you have less to give back out.
I use the arm's length rule. If I wave my arms and can't affect it, I don't worry about it. So just my family and friends. My work. My colleagues. My income. The whole charity starts at home. Help my friends and family or people I interact with. Can't give a fuck about national politics daily talking points or what the royal family is doing.
One time a housemate moved his GF in for months without asking us. We finally confronted him via email, such cowards, but I CC'd his GF for extra impact. Maybe she didn't even know he hadn't asked. The GF found me in the kitchen the next day and said, "You really don't give a fuck, do you? I've never gone 0 to 60 so fast." I yelled. "I give a lot of a fuck actually." Then I stormed out. I think about this a lot. No, I didn't give a fuck about the people who took advantage of us. Yes, I did give a fuck that they were doing it.
Yup. You just learned that some things really don't matter. It's too exhausting to give a fuck about little things that at the end of the day mean nothing.
The book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF***CK, condensed in one sentence basically.
Pretty much this. The more SHYT you go through, the more you get a shift in what's a real problem and what's not worth fussing about. To the point where fucks are only given to things that truly matter.
Exactly.
This, and I would add that it gets better to categorize who to gets a fuck as you get older and older. Hold on and be strong, buddy.
Just because I could give a fuck does not mean that I give two fucks. All shit's fucked and I don't give a fucking shit.
This. You get better at avoiding giving fucks over things you know now don't actually matter.
I couldn't agree more with an answer. I'm still working towards the pinnacle of this, but you just kind of realize the next time thing X comes up in conversation, your life, that you don't give a fuck about it like you did last time thing X came up. Repeat that for thousands of things and eventually you've streamlined your give a fuck muscle to only give a fuck about things you want to.
Exactly. So many things will happen to you and around you that you have no control over. You stop giving fucks about those after a while.
Took me a while to train myself to not give a fuck. It lead to me not giving a fuck for things that I should give a fuck for. Just because you logically don't feel that is important, you might still. Comparing other things you might feel important the same as other things that are actually important.
Partially. The rest is, in most cases, not letting it be seen. If you really do not give fucks anymore, that's unhealthy.
I like this.
But you don't deserve a fuck doesn't hit like I don't give a fuck, though in all honesty I do like it better.
Right. You have to pick and choose your fucks.
This exactly. I give a lot of fucks about my own life. It's the stuff out of my control that I don't give a fuck about.
Exactly. I've started asking myself, is this thing really going to affect inconvenience me beyond a few minutes or at all? If the answer is no, then it doesn't deserve my fucks to give. The best way I've heard it described.
Yes, and getting to the point where you can actually not engage with bullshit, and drop bullshit that needs dropping. I think it's with experience and making some confident decisions about where you stand. For example, gossip makes me uncomfortable and feel bad. I don't want to hear it and I don't want to do it. If your primary personality is gossiper, then I will avoid you when I hear it and you'll feel my avoidance. No fucks will be given to that talk.
Question: have you read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck? Because it's worth your time.
100% facts right here. This year is definitely a my fuck will not be going to you anymore in a big way. What's funny is when I was young I just thought old people were out of touch kind of as a condition of getting old,
kind of accidental and maybe undesired. They had outdated hairstyles, slang, ideals, and entertainment tastes. I assumed they didn't understand my tastes and kind of felt sorry for them. As an old person, I realized that I just give a lot less fucks about other people's opinions about anything.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Highly recommend.
Read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. It helped me figure out where to give my fucks and where not to.
Question: how? Answer: never. Looks like you mastered not giving a fuck already, huh? But your point is a valid one nonetheless.
I will try my best to not give a fuck if anyone says this on this comment.
2 options. Be a miserable fuck who no one likes and act like you are happier this way and do things without expecting validation from others. Or be the best version of yourself and notice people still talk shit about you, then realize that you're fucking awesome and keep living as you are, which indirectly tells them to go fuck themselves.
Just keep opening email.
You'll get there.
Depression. When someone says depression, it doesn't mean sad instantly. It's the feeling where everything is pointless, even doing the things that you find fun before depression. If you feel like this, you should seek help.
Depression to the point of nihilism is not fun at all.
You care a lot, for a while, and realize it doesn't really mean anything to you. It only means something to someone else, and you really don't care what that person thinks, so you just stop caring. It's very freeing, realizing that no matter what is required of you physically, nobody can make you care.
Trauma. Overbearing amounts of intense trauma.
Life just beats you down over time. At some point you just stop trying as hard.
1. Look at world. 2. Realize no matter how hard you try, it's all futile. 3. Do whatever makes you happy, love for yourself, and just roll with the blows life deals you.
I assume it takes an extreme lassitude of the spirit. Perhaps too many blows in a short time, a form of protective shock. Or a conscious decision based on rage and or pain. I hope to never experience either. Was bullied throughout my entire high school existence. No one remembered me. No one cared about me. Except one person. I pretty much figured I'd never get a relationship, but there was this one woman who actually seemed to care for me. Invited me to hang out with her during lunch for 2 years. She was always super nice to me and cared for me when no one else did. Granted, I knew I wasn't lucky enough to actually be in a relationship with her, but she was literally my only friend. Turns out, after school ended and I graduated, she cut all contact with me. Apparently she used me to take the autistic kid under her wing to make her look like the goody-goody Christian girl. I was a tool for her to gain popularity and look like a good person. But when that didn't matter, I was discarded like trash. Meanwhile, I lost my only actual friend. 2 years of friendship turned out to be a lie. I lost the person I trusted and cared for, and felt like I was stabbed in the back, all while I was experiencing constant bullying and belittlement from everyone else because of my social awkwardness thanks to autism. Now I literally don't give a fuck about friendships anymore. I stopped giving a fuck about finding a relationship. I've lost all the fucks to give towards my appearance or social behavior. Because she absolutely destroyed my trust, shredded my self-confidence, and completely ruined my desire for any form of relationship. Now I have crippling social anxiety, and have become a hateful recluse who spends the only time I have off work, doing nothing productive with my life. And I don't give a fuck.
When your wife of 20 plus YRS cheats on you and you find out on Valentine's Day, then leaves and takes your family. I have nothing to lose now. She wants back after 3 years, I have no fucks to give. There's no pain worse.
Seek enlightenment in any of the prescribed ways. Example, Zen/Buddhism, New Age, Tao, Yoga, etc. Yes, you almost care more than you ever have about living things and the universe, but you also really don't give a fuck about how it all plays out. Why care when you reached the goal already?
Lots of people who appear to not give a fuck actually do care about a lot of things. I've been told a lot of my life I'm intimidating to a lot of people, including my own family and friends, because I don't show much emotion no matter what's going on. It's been more of a struggle in my life to show people I care because of how much I hide my inner emotions.
The only times I really didn't actually care about anything was when I was suicidal and was too scared to kill myself, so I lived recklessly. It's not healthy to not never care about anything, and shoving it down and never sharing how you're feeling just making you a time bomb waiting to blow.